Okay, ring culture, are we all in agreement that Ja Morant is about to get traded? And if his mindset doesn't change, he'll be out of the league in the next couple of seasons? I mean, it seems pretty obvious, right?
Don't ever underestimate the heart of a champion.
Okay, ring culture, welcome back to Ring Culture, where we play no games, we just spit game about the game we love. Before we get into this video, I want y'all to like the video and comment down below. That's how y'all get me in the algorithm, and then I'll go get them. When my content hit them and fit them and sit with them. Subscribe and hit the bell notification so y'all can be notified for every time I upload, share my videos, and hype my page. Also, go over to my reaction page, The Nuclear Reactor. Check out my sports reactions. Y'all will love those. Show me some love and support over there. So, I've been monitoring the Ja Morant situation since he got suspended. I'm not going to automatically say he's wrong about what's going on, because I don't know what's going on behind closed doors. I will say Ja Morant ain't going to get a benefit of the doubt from most people because of his track record. Ja Morant clearly is immature. Clearly doesn't seem to understand or get the hint that you in a very blessed position to be making the money you make. And when you look around America, and a lot of Americans are, struggling, living check to check. Everything is high now. And Ja Morant is blessed that his athletic ability took him to not just the NBA, but being one of the best players and the superstar to allow him to maximize his financial gain. I don't know if Ja Morant fully grasped that. Now, listen, I don't know what's going on behind closed doors with his coach. I don't know if he has some justification in his position that he's taking now. I don't know. I have no idea. But I do know that Ja Morant is hurt with his antics that he has done up until now, with all the flashing his hammer on camera, and just doing it multiple times, having his friends, basically threatening Indiana. So Ja Morant is not doing himself any favors, and it's a good thing they broke that Grizzlies team up, because it was a lot of immature characters on that team. Also, Ja Morant doesn't seem to realize that even though he is a great player and one of the best players in the league, the fact that he's barely played a lot of years takes a lot of his leverage away. You're not even really that available. I want y'all to listen to what Matt Barnes said about the situation, and then I'm going to come back. So check this out.
This is a very interesting, I think, crossroads we're at with Ja's career. And we're going to have a little timeline. I'm going to run down some stuff for you guys right now. But you never want to speculate on what's going on behind the scenes, because you never really know, especially being a former player. But if I were to guess, this is a little bit of a power struggle with the new head coach, Tomas Asilio. First time NBA head coach. And I've played for some great coaches. And one thing I know that new coaches try to do is they have to establish themselves in the locker room. Obviously, Taylor Jenkins being gone, he had a solid run there. There's a little bit of ups and downs with him in the locker room as well. But I think a new coach has to set the foundation, the precedents, and earn guys' respect and figure out how to do it, because it's different these days. I know I've had coaches like Phil Jackson who would cuss Kobe's ass out so he can talk to everyone else as well. If he's going to do it to Kobe, that means he can do it to you. I know Stack has said that, Pop would cuss out Tim so he can do it to everyone else. So I think what this coach is trying to do is use Ja as an example, being the best player on the team. If he can attack him to possibly motivate him and help this team, that's probably, I'm guessing, where this coach was going. But that's still no excuse for the type of play that Ja let us see the other night. You know, obviously everyone has off nights, 8 points, 3 for 12, whatever that was. I don't care about that. That's just going to happen. But just the lack of effort, the lack of just not wanting to be out there, the lack of almost like, you know, you're wasting my time having me out here type energy. That's something from a star player you can't have. I think there's no excuse for that. If you look at other star players, we would never let another star player slide like that, because no matter how messed up it may be going between you and the coach, you and the team, what's going on in the locker room, your personal life, the stars have to be stars at all times. That's on both sides of the ball. I think Ja needs a fresh start, and we're going to take a look at a timeline of kind of, you know, what's gone on of lately. But I think before the fresh start happens, I think he really needs to look at himself in the mirror, because we were ready to hand this guy the keys to the league just 2.5 years ago. You know, someone who was averaging 27, 8 and 7, 27, 7 and 6, around those numbers. One of the most electrifying players we've ever seen come on the scene. An all-star. So he was must-watch TV. And year by year, that's gone down. Some of it's become a because of injury, which is only natural. Some of it is because of the off-court shit. And the one thing that we used to hear back in the days, you never want your off-court bullshit to be louder than what you're doing on the court. When Ja was at the top of his game, I'm not sure how things were going in the locker room, or if he had tough, you know, situations within that organization, because the play was doing so the play was doing all the talking. But since then, it's been just a decline in games played. He's played 313 out of 400, so that's about a 63% clip. Hasn't played over 65 games since his rookie season. And again, some of this is injury, some of this is suspension.
I think Matt Barnes is absolutely correct. Listen, I've had run-ins with bosses at jobs I worked at where the boss would be completely in the wrong. I'm not big on, you know, when somebody say you got to play the game. I'm not big on that. Deal with me straight, I'll deal with you straight. The playing the game stuff is ridiculous to me. So I understand that part. But Ja Morant, problem is he's either suspended or hurt more than he plays. Now, when you put on top of that you have problem with coaching staffs, because I don't think Ja Morant was one of those guys that you would think, or that was labeled having a lot of problems with the coaching staff. So now, not only are you suspended a lot, and got suspended one game for this situation, hurt a lot, you can't get along with your coaches. Memphis is most likely going to ship Ja Morant out. They've already shipped out some of their marquee players anyway. Bain, they got rid of Bain. They got rid of Brooks a few years ago. So this is not going to be anything new. If they are, you know, tanked this year, they're just going to get another high draft pick. So I believe Ja Morant is going to get what he wants. He's going to get out of Memphis. But his problem is going to be wherever he goes, because a lot of Ja issues is in him, and it's going to pack up and leave with him. I don't foresee a lot of good things for Ja Morant. I mean, look, man, the general public, we've been watching Ja Morant, and a lot of us are shocked that he's still in the league right now. Y'all. When a player has this type of attitude, usually they're going to be going out of the league within a few years. I remember J.R. Ryder, great player, and he bounced around a lot because of his attitude issues and things like that, to the point where teams just gave up on him, and he was still in his prime and telling teams he changed. He wanted to get another chance in the NBA. He never got that chance. One day, Ja Morant attitude is going to outweigh his talent, and when that day comes, it's going to hit him like a ton of bricks. Hopefully, he wakes up before then and realize that the blessing that he has to play a childhood game that he grew up playing. And like I told y'all before, I do not believe a lot of today's NBA players are playing basketball for the love of the game. I think they are playing it for money and social media cred. A lot of them. Not all, a lot of them. Which is why these players are so content with the trash product that we got out there now. The NBA ratings are down immensely. Michael Jordan did boost them with his interview, but Michael Jordan didn't play. He's not playing anymore. You know what I'm saying? And we're watching the games now, and the product is still trash. So it's not going to be a thing for them to get rid of a player that's a problem player that barely plays, whether due to suspension because of his detrimental behavior or he's hurt. So I'm hoping Ja Morant wakes up soon. Y'all let me know what y'all think down below. Do y'all think Ja Morant will be out of the league soon if he doesn't change? And do y'all think he's going to be traded soon? And where will be the best destination for him to land? Let me know down below. Always remember, we are ring culture because the whole point of the culture is to win rings. For the culture, I love y'all. Peace.